We are the intro video. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mika.
Hey,
We're
Mika.
starting early because we saw you here, and I was like, I can't wait to start reading and finishing this.
Yeah, we gotta get into this. We're ready.
Mika, how was your trip?
Yes. How was the time with your father? Hope that went well. Yeah.
Anything exciting happen with you in the last couple days, Tina?
No. Question mark. I don't think so. I don't know. I've been trying to film a video, and I just have a hard time filming videos.
I haven't done anything for YouTube for the reading channel, and it's been a couple of months at least.
Yeah.
Video.
Yeah. And I want to do a recommendation video, but I've never done a recommendation video before. So I want to do a Nora recommendation video for set in Maryland.
Ooh, that's good.
And I'm like, what books are set in Maryland? Like, I'm like, I know none of them. And then I'm looking it up. Every book set in Maryland. Turns out it's all lies. None of them are set in Maryland. And so, there's some.
Is that something that you make a note of in your little diary book that you're keeping? Like the setting of where it takes place, or no?
No. So okay. We should. But I'm looking them up to try to find out what's happening. And the AI generated answer is like Maryland. And I'm like, that's a lie because she lives in Maryland. So I realized that as I'm filming. I'm like, oh, this one isn't set in Maryland. I have to go double check. Oh, this one, I'm going to double check again. Oh, it's not set in Maryland as well. So that's fun. And then I'm like, and then I talked to the host about it, Storm. And she's like, let's combine it with Ireland. So now I'm like, what books are set in Ireland?
Maryland and Ireland. That's a weird combination. Oh, I think Tina's frozen.
Hello?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
All right.
So
okay, we've got no more comments from Mika though. Apparently or maybe she's typing a whole thing about what's happening.
Or maybe, what time is it?
It's 6:01.
Okay, maybe she dipped and then was like, hey, I'm gonna go get some eat, and then came back.
Maybe. Yeah. That's true. Okay. Well, Mika, come back. Welcome back.
But yes, I'm trying to figure that out. What about you? Have you done anything fun?
I had lunch with some friends today.
Okay, cool.
And that, like, literally it was, I had just 2 hours to be there and then jump back out and get back to work.
Yeah.
But I was like, I didn't feel like going because I was like, I wouldn't be able to be there very long.
Yeah.
And there, literally, it's movie day. So like, if I didn't have jobs, I would have been there for the whole day. We watch movies, we talk about the movies, we like eat and drink and just gossip about everything.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it today. And so I almost didn't go at all.
Yeah.
Because we just had such a small window.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. So it was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went and I still got all of my tasks that I had on my list to do today done.
Good.
And had all of the meetings that I needed to have, and I wasn't late. I wasn't late for any of them. Even this one, I was not late for this one.
No. I almost was, but
yes. Well, I did almost go, oh, wait, I haven't sent the link yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, Mika's back. Oh, no, I didn't leave since my comment a minute ago. Oh, we thought we lost you because you were quiet.
Yes.
I wondered like how your trip was to see your dad.
Yes.
And then we didn't hear from you and we were like, I wonder if she's like.
Yeah. Because we started a few minutes early. So we were like, maybe you were somewhere else for those couple minutes because we don't start early ever.
No, we don't.
No, yeah.
I'm usually not this excited to finish a book though.
No, yeah. This is gonna be none of the books. Honestly, I feel like even what's it called again? The line's really behind. It's like, who cares? A little bit. Like I really didn't like that one. So I was like, I don't care what happens to this woman. And like thinking about it now, a little frustrated. But this book's gonna be
I
really
hope
good.
we're not frustrated by the ending. I hope that the ending is what I don't even know what I want it to be. I just
want
hope.
someone to kill Nate. That's what I want.
What do you want it to be?
I want someone to murder Nate. I want someone to
Oh my goodness.
kill him. And if they kill him, it's gonna either be Jay or it's gonna be Eve. Someone is gonna freaking kill him, and I hope it's with a high. I'm thinking it could be with a high heel, one of those stilettos.
That would be a little too poetic.
No, I think Jay would do that, and I hope that Addie sadly isn't gonna come to her senses. I think that would have been much better if when Eve and Addie were talking, Addie came to her senses, but I don't know if Addie's gonna come to her senses, and I feel like this is not gonna end well for her.
I know. I'm worried about her. And I'm so curious to know if Eve is alive. And if she's not, who's doing the shoes? And if she is, how is she planting the shoes? How are the shoes getting planted without Nate knowing?
Yeah,
somebody in the house planting the shoes.
There has to be some sort of major plot twist, right?
Yes.
Has to be some sort of major plot twist where, like Jay's crazy or something like that, or Jay is like crazy in like a good way that like the book ends up working for it. He is like decided that he's not going to go to the police with the information. He's just going to try to like haunt Jay. Haunt Nate, right? Like there has to be some sort of crazy plot twist, or that, what if like Addie's like an undercover cop, or I don't know, something that wouldn't make any sense.
You're right.
But what if something crazy is going to happen,
I am so excited. All right.
This is just Nate and Eve's like fantasy. Like they're just like evil people messing around, and like they're like purposely doing this just to like hurt people, and like something has to happen.
Something. And Kaylee too, or Katie, whatever the other teenage girl's name. I feel like she's back into this somehow.
For sure, yeah.
Because we haven't seen her for a while, and we haven't seen Tuttle for a while.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Oh, he's a very old man, and my stepmom is a very old lady, and they're both stubborn and don't want to see they need help. Oh,
yeah.
I keep forgetting how pretty draining visit.
Yeah.
Because I don't have, all my family died, I don't know, 20 plus years ago. And so I sometimes forget that people have parents who are getting really old now.
Yeah.
Like if my mom was still alive now, she would be in her 80s or something.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty, I mean, not that it's really old for everyone, but for most people, it's pretty old.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like 70 is like a nice old age. Like I think you'll get 70, but then 80 is questionable, I feel like, right?
Yeah. Like at 70, I do know 70-year-olds that are still sort of like they're getting around.
Yeah.
Like they're having health issues, but they're not like housebound.
Yeah.
And they still have, they can still get around, and they can still have conversations that are not all about their ailments. But I don't know anyone who's 80 who is still truly, truly independent.
Yeah. No.
And Mika's dad is in his 90s.
Wow.
Stepmom mid-80s.
Yeah. I think trying to think about my grandparents. I'm not sure about their age. I think my grandpa died when he was like mid-70s, or like my mom's dad died when he was like 70 something. And then my grandmom died when she was like 80 something. Because women typically, surprising, women typically live longer than men in America, right? So, yeah. But my parents are older parents. Like they are
Yeah.
Like they had my siblings at a young age, right? My dad was a teen dad with his first kid, and then when we met my mom, they had Tom when they were like 25. No, when they were like 23, they had my oldest brother. With I guess the second oldest brother. They were 23. And then with me, they're 35, 36 years old when they have me. So to me, it's like all people's parents, oh, my parents are 30, like in school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean your parents aren't like like elderly at this point? Like, because like as a kid, you're like, my parents are 40, they're old as hell. And everyone's like, oh,
I mean, imagine if George Clooney was your dad. He's like 80 years old when you're graduating from high school, you know?
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. And
Although imagine if George Clooney was your dad. Yeah.
that would kind of suck.
That would mean Amal Clooney is your mother. And how gorgeous would you be? Tina's frozen while she's thinking about this. All right. When Tina comes back, I think we need to start reading. Tina's back.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're frozen like you're thinking.
I meant when I said like not freezing. Like it would be the worst to have George Clooney be your dad for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons.
Right, like he cannot be my dad. You know what I mean?
I'd be okay if he was not my dad.
Yeah.
All right. Should we start reading?
Yes, we should.
Okay. Should we just read to the end? Should we finish it?
That's a good question. I don't know because we still have what we still have. We have like what like I don't know. Because if we read to the end, it's gonna be a lot of development. But we also don't want to like stop at mid action like we did with
right. Whatever that
Broom.
was, where the end then was like because we already had it, and then we had to read more chapters that were like
yeah, I don't know. What are we? I guess I don't know. I'm a little bit like
let's take a vote. There's 3 of us, so it could be unanimous or it will be whatever. All right. Who wants to read to the end and who wants to split it up? I vote for the end. Let's just go all the way to the end. It's probably only like a half hour of reading, 40 minutes of reading.
Well, right? I guess we can read all the way to the end then. I was kind of a little on edge, but if Mika, I don't know. I don't have a decision. I'm just undecided about this.
Okay. Mika says read to the end. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m. If we do 2 sprints, it'll take a while.
True. Okay. Let's do the end.
And I am very nervous that we'll get to
the good part and then
we'll have it all figured out, and then we still have to read some, and the end will be like
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it. Let's finish it.
All right. So let's finish this. Let me do this banner. Oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome.
Yes.
I hope it is. Okay, so we're reading the teacher. So we're starting. I'm on chapter 68, right? And then we're going all the way to the end.
Yeah. Wait, you're starting on chapter 68. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Save.
I'm trying to connect my AirPods real quick.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Are you done?
Yes, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Whoa!
I was like, oh, okay, that's the end. And then I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, right. Like the epilogue was so much more. Like the epilogue was crazy interesting. First of all, is is Hudson J? Or is Hudson J's son?
I think Hudson is Jay. Hudson
So
is the shoe man.
so Eve's also a pedo.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I just can't with this freaking book. Like, oh my gosh, this is freaking
Yes.
crazy. Like, what do you mean? What do you like? Okay, first of all, like the end just kind of like overtook everything that else happened. So maybe we should
Yeah.
put the off fact, put off the epilogue, ignore the epilogue.
Okay.
Okay. So we can process that in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Kenzie.
deserved it. Bastard deserved it. He deserved it.
Okay. I can't believe she buried him.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it worked. I'm surprised that he like it didn't like everything ended up being fine, right? Like so I really liked the Addie Kenzie thing at the end. Like I really liked that. Like I was like, oh, that made sense. That was great that she had someone. Also, like 14 is crazy. Like 16 is within the law. 16 is, 16-year-olds are.
I don't care if it's within the law. It's too young.
Yes, but what I'm saying is like I think 16 is. I'm not saying it's okay. That's not what I'm saying in any way, shape, or form. But it's closer to 18 if you. I don't know. I'm not excusing it, but 14 just it sinks in with you that like it's.
You're
14.
a little girl at 14.
Yeah.
Like you're a little girl. You're still playing with Barbie at 14.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're in 7th grade. 14. 8th grade.
She was a freshman.
14 is young for a freshman.
Yeah. So I feel like I guess 14 or 15 is a freshman, right? Because you're 18 when you graduate, so you're 17, 16, 15. So maybe she like
In the
was
fall,
right.
she started as 14 and then turned 15 as her freshman.
Or she was like right on the edge of like allow like, birth dates with like kindergarten and stuff like that. So it might be a little bit like, so maybe she was like right on the edge of being accepted to kindergarten, and so it made her like a year younger than everyone else, at least for a little bit. Yeah, that's crazy that he had wrote that poem.
Didn't we call that when she found the poem and we were like, oh,
yes, we did.
That the reason why she's all interested in the poem is because she got the exact same poem.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I also was very intrigued that the cop was sort of on to Nate.
It was because of the thing. What is my cat doing? It is because of the letter that she had wrote to Kenzie. And that's why, because she was like,
no, but she didn't know about the letter she wrote to Kenzie. The cop didn't know about that.
No, she said, and you wrote this weird letter to, the teacher had it in his drawer, and she's like, that was an assignment. And she talked about it. And that's when the cop knew about it. So the cop was like, why would he assign this? That's when he started to get on to him. That's when she started to get on to Nate.
I thought she started to get on to him after she talked to the principal. And the principal was like, oh, yeah, she's also a student in Nate's class.
I guess, yeah, true.
And she was like, wait, why didn't you tell me she was your student? You acted like she was nothing.
Yeah.
I'm still like, I still can't believe she buried him.
Yeah, I was like, we can say he deserved all you want, but that's crazy. Like, that's crazy that she had.
Yeah.
Also, Jay went along with it.
And like, I feel like I need to read the entire book over again.
Yeah. Just to
because I'm like, Jay, the shoe man?
I guess we're on to that now, because that's the most interesting part of the story to me right now.
All right, hang on. Let's not get onto that. Let me read
Okay.
what Mika, because I saw she wrote some comments. Okay.
Okay.
I love how the author has Nate thinking lines of the poem The Raven, even some scenes before the actual Raven shows up. That was freaky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was, and it was like, I was thinking this book could turn paranormal at that moment when the rain, I was like,
I'm reading the practical magic books and I'm like, whoa, crow flying out of a pumpkin. What is
like,
about
that's
to
a
happen?
crazy thing to have to do. And then I don't know. I feel like it felt like someone was stalking everyone throughout the book, even in the beginning. So that makes me question, why was Hudson stalking everyone, or was Jay stalking everyone throughout the book?
I don't know.
Because
I literally feel like I need to read this book all over again.
Or a freaking sequel with information. Now there is 3 chapters left in the audiobook, and it's at the end, and now it's going on to the author's notes.
Because you know what? The next book is called The Boyfriend. I wonder if it's another the housemaid secret, the teacher, the boyfriend. Is the next book about Hudson?
I don't know. I don't think so. Do you know? Have you read the synopsis of that one? I mean, it doesn't say it's the same series.
Hang on. No, I didn't read it, but I just saw a message from Mika. So I'm going to jump ahead. Mika, I'm going to come back to your comments. But sure. Yes, I just remembered that Jay is supposed to be married with children. You're right. So it can't be Hudson.
Well, did he ever say he had a wife?
To make himself seem older.
Did he ever say he had a wife? He never said he has a wife. He said she was she assumed it was a wife. He never clarified it was a wife. Now, I guess she assumed, but maybe it's just Jay's. Maybe it's whatever his name is, last name Jay, and then Hudson is Hudson J. So maybe it's his son. I was assuming it was his son at first, and then the Eve thing.
I think it's Hudson.
Which also discredits everything that Eve ever did to be how dare you sleep with a 16-year-old, right?
Well, right, because then I'm going to come back here. All right, so how old is he? Nate's not the only cradle robber. Yeah. No, he's not.
I would assume he's a year older than Addie.
Well, that's the thing.
So I guess
Hudson and Jay are the same person, because at the end she's like, yeah, he works at the shoe store. His name is Jay. He's texting. Clearly, he's texting with Eve at the end of the book.
Or a woman who was troubled who always came to the shoe store. Yeah, it's
yeah. But you're right, 100%. I am sure that throughout the book, we did come to understand that Jay was married with a baby.
Yeah.
So where did that come from? Where did it?
What are you eating? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Scarlett, what are you eating? I need a second. She's eating paper. Okay. You just ate that meat. But I'm listening. I'm over here listening. Don't eat.
Okay. All right. So hang on. Let me go back to this. I think Jay is Hudson. The shoe man is Hudson. And he lied to Eve.
And it was his mom calling him.
But she has to be aware of how old he is, because he's a student at her school.
Yeah. And didn't I don't know. I feel
Eve has to know that Hudson is a high school student.
Hudson's been in her classes, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's in her classes, but he's a football player at her school, like a star football player. She knows who he is.
What is happening? That's so.
You have to read the whole book over again. Which never happens when you've figured out the twist.
And then there's a new twist.
We still haven't figured out the twist.
We haven't.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me go back here. Okay, so Mika's not sure that it's believable that Eve isn't dead.
Okay. Do you mean you think that is a not plot hole in the story, but you don't think that's great writing, or are you saying that you think it was really a ghost of Eve? What are you?
Ooh, what do you mean?
Are you saying legitimately you don't think Eve is dead in the story, or are you saying that doesn't make sense? Because I can agree with you, it doesn't make sense, but I also think that's a good theory that might be shown yet. But that might be a little bit of a crackpot theory there, not exactly the best one.
I didn't think it made sense that she was alive until you guys pointed out that it said that Addie just filled in the grave. It didn't say she like filled it in with dirt. So I was like, oh, you're right. Okay. So if it is just leaves and stuff, then yeah, I could see how maybe you could get out of that situation.
Yeah. Because when he found the grave, when Nate found the grave, it was empty. Did we get a description of there being leaves on top of it? No, we didn't.
No, it just looked like it was sounded to me like it was an empty hole. And
Yeah.
I thought it was empty because the police came and dug her up. That's why I thought it was empty, because Addie had spilled the beans and I thought, oh, the police went out to get her and dig her up.
Yeah.
But then Nate gets hit over the head. And I was like, oh, maybe she's alive.
Yeah. I'm actually more confused now that we've started to talk about it. I just can't. The ending is getting. If it didn't have that ending, I would have been like, oh, this was like that was amazing. I know every detail. You mean like it was a good ending to a book, but also Eve's back in town. So Addie, someone else is saying Eve's back in town. It's not just right. Like in the epilogue, Addie says, "Oh, Eve's back. Oh, not back in town. She came back. She said this is what happened." And
Yeah.
That's why Addie wasn't arrested, and that's why the policewoman said she would never confirm the statement, is because it was like, oh, these two girls, he's a serial pedophile. They can kill him. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? And so I'm not telling anyone about it. Right? Like there's
nothing to tell. They didn't kill her because she's alive. So there's there's no crime. No crime has been committed.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, assault is something that you can say, oh, I'm not pressing charges. Right?
Well, no, you don't have to. No, it's a crime. Nobody has to press charges for the police to arrest you for a crime. Like a crime is a crime, whether you're going to complain about it or not.
Yes, but can't you with sexual assault and with like someone punching you in the face or something like that? Can't you say I'm gonna drop the charges? Like I'm not gonna press charges, and then they just let the person go?
You're the victim. You have no rights. The victim, it's not the victim, because the prosecutors are prosecuting on behalf of the state.
But if you choose not to press charges, doesn't it become less of a thing?
You don't have a choice. You can't choose to not press charges. The district attorney is the only person that can press charges or not.
I thought in TV shows they ask, like, are you pressing charges against the person who punched you in the face? And they're like, no, I'm dropped. Like, I don't have any interest in doing that.
No, that's movies and TV, and that's not how it works.
Damn. Okay, well. I mean, this is a fiction, so maybe that's just what she wrote in it. I don't know.
Okay. So Mika says it doesn't make sense that she's alive. She thinks it's sloppy writing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so curious to see what Freida McFadden is going to say, because I listened to the first 14 seconds of the next chapter, and she said that she had her teenage daughter write the poem for her.
Yes.
So then it'd be like I was going to say sloppy writing because of that, but it would be like just kind of cringy and like something a teenager would like, but reality, if an adult read it, they'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Reading the poem, I was like, oh my God, this is totally something. It is something that a teenage girl would find super romantic, but that as a grown up, you're like, oh my God.
Not good from that poem. No. I don't know. It was.
All right. I got to go back to this comment because I don't understand it. And Eve was only 15. Okay. So it comes in. Nate's not the only cradle robber. I'm not sure it's believable that Eve isn't dead. And Eve was only 15.
Eve was, I thought it said Eve was just out of college or just into college.
When what?
When she met Nate, when Nate gave her that poem.
Wait, Nate gave Eve a poem?
Yeah. It said that right after the burial, when she had finished burying Nate, she had read the poem. She had known in her head, and she read the poem that Nate gave to both girls. Nate gave to Addie and Kenzie.
And that was the same poem that Nate wrote
Nate wrote for her, and I think she
Oh,
said it was right after college when she met him. She started dating him when he was a teacher at her college. But I could have been wrong about the college. Maybe it was a high school thing. So maybe we should go back and check that. But
huh.
okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe
Well,
I'm
I
wrong.
thought Eve, yeah, she literally says she was 15.
So
So
maybe
wait, Eve was 15 when she met Nate,
we should go
which
back and
means
check
that Nate was a pedophile back when he met
back in the
Eve.
day.
And Eve was his first, maybe not his first, but Eve was a victim and she went on to marry him. I missed all of this.
Okay,
Oh my God.
let's go. Can you go back in the ebook and see what happens? Like, can you go back to right when Eve is done burying Nate, which is the end of the chapter before the epilogue, I believe.
Okay. All right. I missed all of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember
Probably because I saw a poem and I was like, I'm not reading it. Okay. 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 He alternates between begging us to stop and screaming threats until the mud completely covers his face, which, by the way, you have to be cold-hearted to be like shoveling dirt and burying someone who is screaming at you and completely alive the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes me first of all, it's fiction, so I'm like, bury him, kill him. You mean, but like in real life, that's crazy. And also she might also be a pedo. So what are we supposed to do with that information?
Oh my God, you guys are totally right. I recite to myself the poem he once wrote for me many years ago, back when I was 15 years old, and he was my English teacher fresh out of college. So his very first job out of college
Oh,
was
he was fresh out of
Eve's
college. Okay.
English teacher, who swore to me I was his soulmate. And you're right, it is the same one. Life nearly passed me by. Then she, young and alive, with smooth. Yeah. Wow. So his very first job out of high school or out of college, he was an English teacher at Eve's school. He starts targeting Eve, and then they get married?
I guess she doesn't realize it. That is why when she finds out, that actually makes a lot of sense, because that is why when she finds out about Addie, her first instinct isn't, oh my God, my husband's a pedophile. It is, oh my God, my husband's cheating on me. And she
But
has to,
also, by the way, I'm a pedophile now.
yeah, I mean, if it's not just Jay's son, if Hudson isn't Jay's son, but Jay might be Hudson. Jay might also be a child. So
I think Jay and the shoe man and Hudson are the same person. Because Addie's like, oh, he works at the shoe store. He works so hard. I mean,
that also falls in line with Hudson's past with his not having money, right? Is that
yeah.
Hudson is starting to get money and he has only a little bit of money, but he's buying his girlfriend her mom. Ew. Imagine. Ew. Oh my God, that's so fun. This book is fucked up. Like all of her books are. Like, I don't know how I'm allowed to curse on this live stream. Sorry about that.
Okay, ChatGPT says Jay is Hudson. Not sure if that's reliable though. I think Jay is Hudson.
Oh my God.
Mika,
I don't like
why
that
do
ending.
you think he's Hudson? And if not, why do you think he's not? Tina, what do you
Outside of ChatGPT, I don't know. I think here's the thing. I guess Eve is supposed to be the hero of the story,
I
but
don't know
that
that.
doesn't
I don't
make
know if
her
there is a hero in this story.
doesn't make her
Is
a good
there a hero in
person.
the story?
I don't know. I feel like it's Eve, but also Eve could have done, if it was heroic, it would have been better. It would have been there would have been better with the original frying
Eve
pan
is a
smash.
terrible person. I don't know how she could be the hero. She's the anti-hero.
Yeah, but like fictionally, like not in reality, but like in fiction, I feel like she's the hero of the story, but not almost, but not really, because I wish they teamed up and buried Nate originally, but here we are.
I can't believe they buried Nate. That surprised me. That's cold. It's
Yeah.
cold. You're like a psychopath. for them. And Hudson, for both of them to be doing that?
Yeah, and Hudson got relieved. Like, Hudson was like back with Addie. Hudson was like, I can't believe I knocked someone out on the steps. Let me bury someone alive and then just
Right. Hudson, the guy that won't like is mad because they won't call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Then buries it. Yeah, that oh my gosh. Okay.
So maybe
Mika,
Hudson is the boyfriend.
I'm just looking for confirmation. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I felt. I don't know if I guess it isn't supposed to be confusing. It's supposed to be confirmed that Jay is Hudson. So Eve is also a pedo. Okay,
You're right. I don't understand where we got into this idea. Like, I guess he was lying, but why would he? Eve has to know he's a student at the school. Why would he lie to Eve about having a wife and baby at home?
Yeah. I don't know. Because then it's
Just read it. Like, does Hudson have a baby brother, maybe?
That's what
He just misread it as
that is what
home, the baby at home is keeping him awake, and we just thought it was his baby.
That's what Hudson said at the end of the book, was that he has a 1-year-old brother. And so I don't remember Jay ever saying I have a wife. I think every time it was said that he has a wife, it was Eve saying he has a wife and a newborn. And that timeline adds up.
Eve say that. Eve has to know.
That's the only bit, is that he's at the school. Because I feel like there are, it is sometimes age is hard to tell when you look at someone. I think obviously his personality would give that away, but he's been through a lot. But that would be the only part, because teenage boys they can have beards. It's like 17 years old.
Right.
You could not know by looking at him, right? But if he's a student at your school, you'd probably know. But also, there's probably thousands of students at the school, so they just might not know.
I guess, but it's not like he's a random student. He's a football star.
Yeah. I don't know. But the boyfriend is about a girl who is starting to date this guy and everything's great. And then there's a serial killer in the area that dates people before.
Yeah, his name is Hudson.
That dates people before he kills them. And so she's thinking, is my boyfriend the serial killer? Or is he just my boyfriend? So maybe it is connected, and maybe it is Hudson. But I guess we'll find out. I do want to read that book, though. I don't know. I feel
because what if Hudson is the one that pushed the dad down the stairs? What if it wasn't Addie? What if Hudson is a serial killer?
I don't know how that would work, but yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Hudson. I don't trust Hudson for 1 minute, because he knows. First of all, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But it's also Hudson is still a 17-year-old, right? And Addie's charges got excused. The police woman didn't do anything about it because of what happened to him. What happened to her? You mean what Nate did to her and the other girl? So yeah, I don't know.
And a couple other people, apparently.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah. Wow. I missed that whole thing that Eve was his first victim. I missed all of that.
Wow. And I didn't recognize the 15 thing. I only recognized the first out of college. I thought Eve was first right out of college, but he was a teacher right out of college. That makes more sense, actually. Because fresh out of college isn't an adult. That's not, or fresh into college, you're legal at that point. But it doesn't make it right, but you're legal. You're an adult. So but that makes more sense. She was 15. That makes more sense for Nate's history, Nate's behavior.
I just can't believe that she also became
a creeper.
Yeah. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, because I was picturing
Freida.
Two different people.
You got it again.
Freida, you're crazy, girl. I was picturing 2 different people. I was picturing a blonde, just high school football player. I was picturing a blonde teenage boy.
Yeah.
And then I was picturing a dark or a light brown hair man that was wore a suit.
Belly.
For Jay?
Yeah, I pictured him being this like middle-aged, semi-balding
I pictured him hotter
shoe
than Nate.
salesman guy.
Not that can be attractive to me, but that would be attractive to me. Like, it's like, I'm not trying to say that, but I pictured him more attractive than Nate. I pictured him to be like kind and like has like brown hair and like wears a suit and like has abs. I don't know. I pictured him to be
So who
like more.
would play him in the movie?
Um, I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
like Will Ferrell plays the shoe guy in the movie. That's who I'm thinking Jay is, Will
No.
Ferrell.
I feel like Nate, I feel like Nate would be like Matt, what's his name? Matt Wahlberg. That guy.
Okay.
Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
And then Jay would be like what's his name? I forget his name in real life. He's not a famous actor. He's only in the Vampire Diaries. I feel like he could be him.
I know him then.
I forget his name. Paul Wesley. Okay, he could be that. I don't know who could play Jay. I'm not an actor person. I feel like a skinnier Travis Kelce kind of vibe, but long hair.
Okay.
Like I don't
for Jay or for Hudson?
For Jay.
For Jay, the shoe salesman.
Yeah. I was watching two completely different people. But for Nate, I would say like a dark haired, like a black haired, like a kind of like his attractiveness is like violent a little bit. Like his face is like violent. You know what I mean? Looking like, I'm not saying Mark Wahlberg is a violent person, but like he looks like he's a little like rough interior. Like his brain is rough a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do know what you mean.
He plays like, I don't watch any of his movies, but I feel like he plays like a little bit like meaner characters, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard rumors that he's mean in real life.
Guy.
Yeah. And Jay is softer and more just like general. He's attractive generally, but he looks like he has a softer face. Yeah. I'm not saying Travis Kelce has a soft face. I don't think Travis Kelce is attractive, but I just like a skinnier, more generally attractive, like brown haired man. Yeah. I don't know any other actors really. I don't watch a ton of movies.
So ChatGPT says McFadden is big into unreliable narrators.
That's absolutely true.
It could be that Jay is lying, except who's he lying to and how is he possibly lying? Because they know each other. Or it could be that Eve is twisting things in her mind because she doesn't want to face that she's like Nate. Well, nobody would want to face that you were like Nate. And yet, I mean, this might be the twistiest ending I've maybe ever read in a book.
Yeah.
Where we still are trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I've read other thrillers that were this bad. Ben is in like crazy ending. Not Ben is in the book of Sad.
Yeah.
Crazy ending bad. Like what other thrillers have I read? I would actually, I don't know. I read what was it? I feel like I read a thriller that was like crazy. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know how many thrillers I've actually read, but like
I haven't read that many. So anything that I feel like I'm constantly amazed when I read this stuff and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah. I'm not saying it has this twisty of an ending that's confusing. I think the ending of this one's pretty clear. But I think it's something you would like, and it's Pretty Little Wife.
Ooh.
And I'd recommend that one. By
I don't know. Is it one of the Pretty Little Liars like Leanne Moriarty?
No.
Is that
it is no. It's an adult thriller. It's about a woman who
Googling.
It's about a woman who finds out her husband. Google it. Okay.
Pretty Little Wife?
Pretty Little Wife, I believe.
Pretty Little Wife Darby.
Yes, Darby Kane.
Ooh.
Yes. So this one is about a woman.
I like the cover.
Okay. It's about a woman who finds out that her husband is a pedophile, or finds out her husband, I think so.
I keep reading these books that my book club will never read because they're like shocking.
Okay, let me back up. Let me back up. She finds out.
Well, #1 international bestseller.
I'd read it.
A domestic suspense novel asked one central question: shouldn't a dead husband stay dead?
Okay.
I mean, this is what Eve is asking.
Don't think about what the husband has done. Let's ignore that. It's about a woman who has a husband, and he's been, I guess, abusive. Really, is what what I guess what you think in the beginning. Something's wrong with him. Okay. And she absolutely kills him, and she puts him in his car and drives to the school he works at. Okay. And the next day, people are like, "Where is he at?" And there's no car in the lot. She realizes that the body went missing. The body's gone. Okay, so like, basically, she killed someone. She killed her husband, and the body is not where she put it. So something happened to the body. Someone took the body. So that's basically what the book's about, and it is good. It definitely has a lot of like, it's good. It was okay. Actually, I didn't love it, but I think you would like it. I think you would really. It's very like. Have you actually read Gone Girl? Watched Gone Girl?
I was just thinking, Gone Girl was my very first foray into this genre.
It's kind of, it's like, I don't want to spoil Gone Girl, but
blew
it's
my mind. Like, Gone Girl was the beginning for me.
It's like revenge femininity kind of vibe, and I think you would like it if you like. I know you like that kind of stuff, like
I do.
2 Nights in Lisbon kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a woman who knows what's good, knows what's going on, and she's gonna figure it out, even if she has to slit some throats or whatever. You know what I mean? Metaphorically, not actually. Also murder people, but not actually doing that.
Yeah, I still literally, when I thought the book was over after they buried him, I was like, oh, that's the end of this book. Like,
really?
I was like, they just buried him and that's the end.
Yeah. I liked the beginning of the epilogue, and then it started getting confusing with the whole Jay thing. I'm like, why'd you like that? Throwing that on top kind of like
really throwing that on top maybe. I was almost like, okay, fine, epilogue, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, what?
I was excited for the epilogue because I think there were some loose ends I wanted tied up, and they did tie them up, but then they freaking cut some strings that I thought were totally
and she dropped Jay off at the shoe store.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was a good book.
This was a good book. I'm giving it 5 stars all the way in every single possible category.
I don't know what I'm giving it. I haven't rated the last couple of
That's first line.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that The Housemaid to me feels, from what I've read of what's her name? Freida McFadden. The Housemaid is an outlier. I think that The Housemaid, the second and third, what are they called? The books are freaking still laying down. Okay, so I have them myself, but they're laying down.
And The Housemaid's Secret.
Yes, they are both similar. I think similar to what the other couple I read from Freida McFadden, including this one. Right, the endings are a little bit confusing. There's something going on with like secrets being kept and things not being totally out. I think that The Housemaid is an outlier, and I liked it because the elements that I guess I haven't seen her write again. Which, I mean,
I don't know how she wrote that in the first place.
Yeah, and that really just like took me over, and I was like, this is the best story I've ever read, and it still is.
Yeah.
But any of her books have not even gotten close to the elements I liked with it, because I liked a character. I liked that character so much, and that's all I heard about.
We actually felt like we did have a hero who, even though like in The Housemaid, she did do some like
really messed up things,
moral stuff.
Yeah,
at one point, but he knew she was like she was like, yeah, that's not who I am. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. And she did seem like she then was a hero, at least. This book, I was like, was there anybody good? They were all horrible people. Every single character again was horrible, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there wasn't a good conclusion to Addie's mental health, because I think that could have been a good, like, Addie. I think Addie should be in therapy. I don't know if she can even talk about the fact that she's killed people, or the fact that she almost killed people, right? She might not be telling her therapist all of this, and I think that she needs to process that. She She accidentally killed her father and doesn't regret it, and she almost killed someone, and
Well, she
she's
clearly has anger issues. I don't know about the killing stuff, but she definitely has anger issues that
yeah.
need to be addressed,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense if you have a drunk, abusive father.
Yeah.
It seems to me like you might have some anger issues.
Yeah.
Um,
And not being in therapy and not being able to like some things you're not comfortable talking about with someone, it like sucks kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know. So I feel like I wish that, I guess for the book, she can't be in a mental hospital. Part of me thinks she should just be like, she needs to work through some of those things and be able to tell people about the fact that she almost killed her father. She killed her father.
if she did, maybe Hudson, like, I feel like she has a lot of guilt over the pushing of the father when I feel like I don't know enough about what happened in that situation to know whether she really did or whether it was just a horrible accident because the dude was drunk and fell down the stairs,
Yeah,
right? I don't know enough about that incident to know what happened, but I feel like she is carrying a ton of guilt about that.
without a doubt. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you love Gone Girl, read the rest of her books. Okay, I really should. I've never. That's the only thing that I've read of Gillian Flynn, and I don't really know why. I think because I got like caught up in reading other stuff. But you know what? I should look her up and see what else she has out there because I really, oh my God, Gone Girl, whoo, freaked me out. And then,
Yeah.
like, pretty much right after Gone Girl, the next one that I read was Two Nights in Lisbon, and I was like, "Oh, I love this genre." I didn't think that I would, but I guess you have to get the right ones, right?
You gotta get, because like, I guess that's the thing with the housemaid is like the first one had a vibe to it. I guess I could also call that like feminine revenge stories. And then the next two are not the same vibe to me.
Right,
Like the
right.
next two are just this woman's journey in secretly murdering people. Right?
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like, okay, we knew the twist.
Yeah.
So it was like,
We can't do
okay,
that.
I get that there were a bunch of other twists and other things going on in the sequels, but to me, they fell a bit flat because we sort of knew the housemaid twist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
So
true.
I I know that you were like, I'm not probably going to read anything else by Freida McFadden, but I think that I am, and
I
I'm
don't know.
also going to like pull some Gillian Flynn stuff.
Mm-hmm. And maybe, like Mika saying, maybe we could read another one of these books, I guess, together, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we
I
should do a Gillian Flynn one together.
maybe, yeah. Because I've never read Gone Girl.
More Frida.
Either way. But I mean, I wouldn't. I guess I kind of want to read The Boyfriend. I guess. It's
To
like a
see if it is
standalone.
Hudson.
Hmm.
To see if it is Hudson.
But just because it sounds like an interesting one. I don't
Yeah.
know. But also maybe it might be Hudson. We don't know.
No, it's
Or
not. I'm
Jen,
sure it's not. Or it
or
would be
Nicole.
like packaged as the
Yeah, it should be in the like on Goodreads. It should be listed as a series. I think it might. Is it republished? No, she's republishing other books. I think. But
yeah. I haven't looked to see what else she has out there, but so in next year maybe I'll do an all by Freida McFadden, and maybe I'll do an all by Gillian Flynn
okay, yeah,
because I do really like this genre, but I do feel like you have to read this genre with someone who knows what they're doing.
okay, true,
And clearly, in my mind, Freida McFadden knows how to write this.
true. I would. I guess. I guess. I don't know. I guess this is kind of a feminine revenge story, but like the I feel like what's it called? One by One and what was it called? The Surrogate Mother are not that kind of vibe.
Okay.
I think if you maybe want to The Gift, I think could be kind of that vibe. It's a bit more murdery, I feel like. But The Gift could be that vibe. The Gift is a little Christmas short story, and it's
That's the Gift of the Magi one
yes, and
that you
it's
didn't like.
I didn't like, but I think it could be fit in that vibe. I think you might like it. Like
Is it short? Should I read it in December? Is it not a
yeah,
is this a Christmassy book?
it takes place on Christmas Eve.
Okay, so then
And
maybe I'll put that on my December list.
it's about a woman whose fiance, I think it's her fiance. Her fiance, she's working, I guess she's working at a diner on Christmas Eve, and she's like so tired, everything's out of, like she's so out of it, and she's trying to find a gift for her fiance that night, and she kind of finds this creepy old lady, and things don't go well. Yeah, and I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it. It's a bit of a creepy one.
I like a nice short story.
Yeah, I think the audiobook was only like an hour long on 1 time speed, or like 2.5 hours long. So you'll be able to read it in like an hour probably.
Oh yeah. That's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mika's giving the teacher 4 stars because there's such a thing as one twist too many.
Agreed with that. I agreed.
But I have to say, it's that last twist at the end that made the whole book for me. Look, I'm like all crazy about it.
Okay.
That one stupid thing.
Yeah.
The way the regular story ended, I was like, oh. And then, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think that twisted the
Mika, the one twist too many. That was it. That was the thing that did it.
For me too. I don't think that I would have rather that twist not be there, I guess, really.
Oh.
I'm trying to think what my rating will be. I don't know. Because, like, the characters, meh. They're kind of boring, kind of annoying. And then, like, there was nothing, like, I don't know. It was a bit boring, I feel like. And the way I wanted it to go, I'd say I'd give it like a late 4. Sorry. Like a, I don't know what that means. Like a high. Okay, there you go.
A
high
low
3, low 4. There you go. Like a
high
late 4.
3, low 4.
High 3,
wow.
4. Yeah. It's just, I don't think I keep trying thrillers and it keeps not working.
Huh.
Yeah.
Gillian Flynn's books are very dark with very damaged heroines.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little bit afraid of Gillian Flynn, to be honest, because she is, I think, kind of is dark. Like Gone Girl.
Gone Girl's
was
crazy.
A bit scary to me. Like I there were parts where I was like, I don't want to see what's going on. And it's hard to like know what's going on when you have your eyes closed. I've read all by Gillian Flynn.
Okay.
And I'm not sure they would be Tina's thing. Just a feeling I might be wrong.
Yeah. So
Gone Girl stands a bit. Okay. Yeah.
So I've never read Gone Girl, but my sister.
Did you see the movie? Neil Patrick Harris. Oh my God, that man can act anything.
Neil Patrick Harris?
Neil Patrick Harris.
He was in Gone Girl?
He was in Gone Girl.
But he's not the husband, right? The husband is Ben Affleck.
Who also, I feel like people give him a hard time, but I like Ben Affleck in a movie.
Yeah.
And the woman that plays the woman is like
he does
amazing.
a good job. Yeah. So I haven't watched the movie, but I heard of it. And I never watched the movie. And then I saw like a TikTok reposting of a movie clip, just like a random thing with like a little slime video next to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this sound, and it was the monologue. It was the reveal of what had happened, and I assumed that was the plot of a movie. So I almost told people, I was like, there's this crazy movie where this and this happens. Like I almost told my mom and my sister-in-law about this. And then I'm like, this is the spoilery bit of Gone Girl. The first bit I ever knew of Gone Girl was that part. Was the, all of that, her sitting, her writing, all that kind of stuff. So the blood, the dying of the hair, all that, okay? That is, I'm trying to say without spoilers.
Neil Patrick Harris of it all.
I didn't know Neil Patrick Harris was in it, but...
Oh, he steals the show, Neil Patrick Harris, in my opinion.
Okay. Is he like a detective or is he someone else I can't tell about?
He's just another guy.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm like, that's a crazy plot twist. And so I'm like, do I want to read it, put all that effort in? I was like, I'll read it if it's short, and the audiobook's 10 hours long. And I'm like, yeah, I can't read it.
Oh, wow. Okay, wait a minute. I feel like Gone Girl is actually the softest of her books. Ooh, then maybe Gillian Flynn is not for me.
Yeah.
Because Gone Girl, because I was quite scared at points of it. I loved it, because it took me right to the edge and it freaked me out, but in like a twisty way, not in a scary way. Like in a, oh my God, I did not see that coming. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
But if that was the softest, I might not be able to handle her.
I think that you, what I know of Gone Girl,
and see.
I think Pretty Little Wife, you will love that. Okay. I feel like now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm thinking you will love it. I'm thinking back because that was the first thriller I ever read.
Okay.
That wasn't Nora Roberts, right? That wasn't J.D. Robb, right? So that was the first thriller I ever read, and it was just the ending. I would really like you to read it, and when you read it, I would love to talk to you about it. That was a good. I say it's a good one. It was like a 3.5 star, but there was something there too. I don't rate thrillers very high when I read them.
Oh, they're not scary. I feel just very messed up.
Yeah.
I'll give her a try. Is there one that's not Gone Girl that you would recommend that I give a try? Let me look and see. How many does she even have? Let me see. What does she have here? Jillian, how many books have you written, my darling? Lots. Okay, let's see if there's any Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, I've seen one. It's one with like a necklace on the cover or whatever, like in a water or like.
The Wife's Revenge Diary? It's only has 7 reviews and 2 stars. People don't like that one. All right, let's see what else. Where Gillian Flynn? Where are you? Let me take off Kindle Unlimited and see what else you got. All right, she's got a lot of books. Sharp Objects is a bestseller.
Is that like a cover with water and jewelry?
No, it's 2 women on the cover. Water and jewelry.
Like a necklace floating in water. That might be someone else. That might be another thriller author.
Oh, she doesn't have that many books. Because then when I went through, some of these are like in Spanish. Okay. The Grown Up, Dark Places, Gone Girl, and Sharp Objects. And The Wife's Revenge Diary, which only got 2 stars from.
Do you think the Wife's Revenge Diary is about Gone Girl? It's just a little thing from Gone Girl.
I don't think so. Why is it only getting 2 stars?
Yeah.
It's only 22 pages. Oh, it's a little short story.
Hold on 1 second.
That may be why people don't like it so much. It's just a little short story. They don't even think it's the same author. They can think it's someone else. Okay. Oh, Dark Places. Okay. Dark Places. Let me see. Dark Places. Let me put this in my thing. Let me try Dark Places. Dark Places. Kindle. Add to list. All right. I'll try Dark Places. Although I feel like Dark Places, it sounds very dark. Sensuous and chilling. Okay. Oh boy, this is a Satan thing? Oh. Oh. All right, this does sound pretty good. Thank you, Mika. That one does sound pretty good. Dark Places. All right, I put that on my list.
Okay, cool.
I never heard it. I think this, when I looked at the review, somebody wrote a review and they were like, this isn't the right Gillian Flynn. Okay. It must be a different person because it's like a completely different
okay.
book, completely different everything. They're like, it cannot be the same writer.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
Yeah. The Revenge Diary thing. Don't pay attention. Yeah. As I said, her books are messed up. Okay. All right. Well, then you know what? I'm going to read that someday when I
Need something dark.
When I'm also reading a lot of Maddie Dawson that month, so I can cheer
Okay.
myself up.
Yeah, for sure. For
So I
sure.
can be like, okay, there is love and magic and good things in the world.
Mm,
Woo.
yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. That's fair.
So I guess we're done. Mika, it's the middle of the night for you, I feel like.
It's not the middle of the night. It's almost the middle of the night. It's like
It's almost 9 o'clock.
I went to bed at
9 o'clock is the beginning of the middle of the night.
I went to bed at 3 last night. So
I haven't even had dinner yet, and it's almost 8 o'clock, and I don't even know what I'm going to eat for dinner.
I haven't had breakfast yet. I had a piece of gum during the sprint.
Oy.
Water.
All right, so this was a good read.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm glad we
It was a nice read. I don't know if I'm gonna rate it yet, but it was a good read. I liked it. So, like before we go, maybe we should talk about what's up for the show. Mm-hmm.
For the show.
Before the show started.
About what we want to do next.
Yes, and also about like ranking the books. So
Like it would be fun if we did like a book bracket.
Okay. Yeah.
All of the Treehouse books that we read, and we like talked about like if books were going head to head in the bracket, like which book would advance.
Yeah.
And we could come up with of all the books that we've read since we started, which book like was the favorite?
Yeah.
Does that sound fun to you, or does that sound awful to you?
I think that sounds amazingly fun. Mika, what do you think? Now we count it. If we do one more book, so if we do another book in December, we won't do one in November because you're in America.
I can't do one in November.
Yeah, but if we do one in December, we'll have 12 books, which will work out perfectly for the bracket that I think you created for it. You created it for like the summer book club, right?
Yeah, we already have a bracket. We could also do a bracket with 10 probably. As long as we have an even number, I think we can do a bracket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we could do, I guess,
but if we have 12 of like all the books that we've read, I think if we do December, we will have read 12 books.
Yeah. And then I guess we're not going to include the Chocolate Cozy Mystery because I didn't read that.
No, we're only going to do the ones that we all read together.
Yeah, we're going to start with Hedgehog Hollow, and then we're going to go from there. And that would be all of them. I think that could be fun. So we were saying maybe we could do like a short book in December, and then we could do one sprint, or we could do one like live show where we just discuss all of that, and we figure out where our 12 line up, because it'll be different for all of us, I feel like.
I know, I do too. So that's what will make it like for an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
And to like relive all the books that we've read.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be really fun. So now
what should we read? We need to get, it doesn't have to be a short story, I guess, but we need something that we could read in like 2 or 3 sprints.
Okay. In 2 or 3 live shows.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I have no suggestions right now.
I have no suggestions either. But maybe we could find something Christmassy.
I would love something Christmassy.
Maybe something like chill, or do you want like a crazy book? Like a Christmas thriller, or like just a normal Christmas book? Like a Christmas romance, or a Christmas cozy, or something like that. Here's the thing. I would like to read the middle books before I read the last book. So
we can't go back to Hedgehog Hollow.
But maybe she means back to like Hedgehog Hollow 2 now for the bracket.
Huh?
If she's talking about the bracket, then it makes sense. We go back to Hedgehog Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Back for December, I don't think I'd be able to, unless I read 4 Hedgehog Hollow books. There you go. Or 3, maybe? Whatever. If I read the middle ones. If I read 3, 4, and 5. There you go. If I read the 3 middle ones before December. Yeah, but I feel like I'm going to have a lot going on in November with November.
You don't want to read all the Hedgehog. No. So I feel like, okay, so wait a minute. Mika, what do you mean? Do we have to? Do we have to what? Do we have to do the book bracket? No.
No, we don't have to.
Do we have to
read a Christmas book?
read a book in December? No. Do we
No.
have to read a short story? No. We can do whatever we want.
It
What do you
doesn't have
want
to be Christmassy. We're just checking in
That
with
doesn't have to
you.
be Christmassy.
Because
I
we
would
thought about it
prefer
for the live show.
Christmassy, but I can not.
Yeah.
I can be
for
okay
sure.
with not Christmassy.
And I'm gonna have a lot of Christmas cozies I'm gonna read anyway, so I'll
Yeah,
be good.
me too. I'll read other Christmassy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So we basically just need to open up a new Discord thing.
Yes.
Oh wait, I was glad to be done with Hedgehog Hollow.
Okay, do we have to read Hedgehog Hollow? Okay, yeah, no reading Hedgehog
All
Hollow.
right, we're done with Hedgehog Hollow. I also am like, I'm not reading any more Hedgehog Hollow. Yeah. I would read the Christmas one just if it was a Christmas one, but I'm not reading all of the in-betweens. I really don't care what happens to that woman and her hedgehogs. I really don't.
Yeah. So
her and her mom, her sister, and her cousin, they can do whatever they're doing. She can be whiny and complaining all she wants to be. I don't care. I'm good.
Yeah. We don't have to read a Hedgehog Hollow, but if we were to discuss our books, we'd probably have Hedgehog Hollow in there. But I don't know. I don't know any other books for December. I'm trying to think of. Yeah.
All right. We need to open up a new Discord for the December. Do you want to Tina, do you want to do a Christmas book? Mika, do you want to do a Christmas book or no? You are like anti-Christmas.
I'm down for a Christmas book. No, I'm not anti-Christmas at all. I am going to be, I think I'm going to go, I was thinking I'm going to try to embrace fall this year, which I'm enjoying fall. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying fall. But I think November 1st, midnight, it's Christmas to me. And so I'm going with that. Which to me is a little bit late, I feel like. So like I normally go September, but trying to embrace fall. And I was going to try and embrace fall in November, but I think to me it's Christmas season. And I'm watching the Christmas decorations on QVC. And I'm thinking I'm going to do sprints that transfer into just November 1st. I have them scheduled. Okay. So that'll be for November. Like I might as well just start celebrating Christmas that day anyway. So.
Okay. All right. Maybe it's not a big. So then why don't we just like open a new Discord and put suggestions in?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then we'll do like we did with this one. We'll do like a couple suggestions and then we'll do a vote.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Because we have like a whole month if we're starting in December. So I'm back from the US like the first week of December. So I'll be available. I might not be. I think my flight is on the Monday. Which means I won't be able to do Monday sprints, but I could start the Wednesday sprints.
Okay.
In December.
Yeah, because that's the first day of October. No, November, never mind. I don't know what the first day of December is, like what weekday it is.
I think it might be a Friday or a Saturday, but hang on, I have my calendar right here.
Yeah, my calendar I think is across the room right now. The first day of November is a Friday.
So December 1st is a Sunday.
Okay. So I'll probably do sprints. End up doing sprints on Monday then.
Oh, this is not at all what I thought. Why am I not? My flight is on a Tuesday. Monday night. Okay, because it's in the US. Monday night is Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Still, I thought I was coming on a Sunday. I guess I'm coming on a Monday. But anyway, I'll be back on the Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
So you could start the Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of off topic, just between like me and Vivian. But were you saying that you wanted to read The Witness with me in November? Or you want to try to read The Witness?
Is that the Nora Roberts one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that? I thought you had said that before, right? You said that on the last live.
Yeah, I was like, because I won't be able to read too much in November.
Freezing.
Super busy, but yeah, I'll do a book for November. Okay,
sounds good. I just wanted to check in because I wanted because someone else.
I don't care what you do, like or just whatever you're reading. I'll read it too, and then like I'll Discord with you.
Yes. So Jess at Cozy Fam Bam. She is in our Discord. She messaged me and was like, "Can we buddy? Like, I would like to buddy read it with you." So maybe the three of us could buddy read it.
Okay. What does that really mean? It's required of me.
Okay. So
required of me with the buddy read.
Let me just maybe we'll divide it into chapters, and then we can read like 3 or 4 chapters a day or something like that. Or if that doesn't work, then we can just kind of like, as crazy things happen, we can message each other. We could probably put the 3 of us in a group chat together, and then we can
Okay.
just message each other, like, and then you can block out spoilers if you're ahead, like spoilers for
Yeah,
chapter
yeah.
13, and then
Spoilers
block
for
out
sure.
that. Yeah.
Because I'm probably, the way my schedule looks, it's gonna be like giant blocks of reading
Okay.
and then like days and days and days of no reading.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, we were thinking. I don't know. She's in our Discord already. She's in the. I think she's participated before in
Okay.
our book club. I think she read Legacy, but she didn't read it with us on Sprints. She read it in the Discord. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, let me know what you guys are gonna read. The Witness. Have you already decided that's the one for sure?
I mean, yeah, I want to read The Witness because it's Storm's favorite. It's my co-host's favorite. And then she had said she was planning on reading The Witness. And then I said I was too in her message on YouTube. And then she messaged me about it.
Okay.
So we're doing The Witness. I'm gonna read other books, but I'm planning on doing The Witness.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to check in on that. I figured I might as well bring it up now.
Yeah, I can do it because I don't have, like, right now I'm not doing the book club book for my in-person book club because I won't be there, and I've already read it, Lessons in Chemistry.
Yeah.
And then I only have one other book on my list that I was going to read. So now this is good. I'll do The Witness, Nora November.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Back to what Mika was saying. Sorry.
No, what was Mika saying? Oh, yeah, the Rife's Revenge Diary is not on her website or her Goodreads. It must be some other person named Gillian Flynn then.
Yeah. Probably someone. It was probably someone trying to take her fame, like use her fame. Say, I'm gonna name myself Gillian Flynn, maybe a little different spelling, and I'm gonna write what is supposed to be like the thing in Gone Girl.
Well, no, it's 22 pages.
Just the diary.
22 pages.
Yeah. I'm saying it's
I don't
literally
think it has anything to do with Gone Girl.
just the diary, just to steal her fame, or call it that as something to do.
I think it's completely unrelated to Gone Girl. It's just a book that is like when you look up Gillian Flynn on Amazon, Gillian Flynn books, it comes up as a book, but it's like it's a different Gillian Flynn.
Yeah, I always want to say Gillian Flynn.
Oh, maybe that is how you say it. I don't know.
I don't know. I've always heard Gillian Flynn, but when I see it, I want to go Gillian.
Gillian. Okay.
I don't know if that's a name.
I'm like, I might be saying it wrong.
No, I think you're saying it right.
All right. Well, I think The Teacher, for me anyway, was a rousing success.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it for sure. I liked it by the end so much more than when I started it. When I started, I was like, this is boring. This was maybe even a bad choice. But here we are.
You were like annoyed at everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I still like Abby. I'm sorry, not Abby. What's her name? Abigail. What her name is? The teenager. Addie. There you go. I still like Addie the best for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Eve too, although she's a psychopath.
And potentially a pedophile.
Yeah. Oh, the description does sound like Gone Girl fan fiction.
Okay.
Well, people did not like it. 2 stars on, probably because they were thinking it was going to be like Gillian Flynn.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, maybe this Gillian Flynn is a good writer, but it was not.
It wasn't Gillian Flynn. It was Gillian Flynn.
It was not Gillian. It was Gillian. Or maybe it was, maybe it was Gillian and not Gillian. Who knows? All right. Final words. Is that it? Anything? Any final things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good book. I definitely enjoyed it for sure. Not really else to say.
I think it was my favorite.
Okay.
Although I think it was my favorite. I liked the last one we read, the
Agnes Sharp.
Agnes Sharp. I did like Agnes Sharp a lot.
Wow.
But this final twist put me over the edge. It put you guys over the edge too. One too many.
Yeah.
Right
up to the edge.
You put right up to the edge.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. I'm trying to think about our favorite. I don't think this definitely wasn't our favorite. My favorite of all the books we've read.
Which was Anne of Green Gables was your favorite?
Anne of Green Gables For sure. I didn't even remember we did Anne of Green Gables, and then when you said it, I'm like, oh, without a doubt, that's my favorite. You know. Yeah. I still haven't finished reading book 2 yet, but I've been reading it for a couple months now, but either way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Still my favorite.
Well, I guess I will see you guys in the Discord then.
Yes. For sure. Yeah. And then we can talk about what we're doing for December.
What we're doing for December. That'll be very good. I'm excited for December.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll think of some good books. They don't have to be Christmassy.
No.
Because you're right. I'll have enough Christmas books.
I've got about, I don't know, probably 10 Christmas cozy mysteries lined up on my Goodreads ready to go. So I'll have enough of it. Yeah.
All right. Cool beans.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for finishing. Thanks for choosing this book. Whoever recommended it.
You did.
I did?
Yeah, you made a list.
Oh,
and
wow. Well
the
done,
features on it. Thank you for choosing this book, Vivian.
All right. I hope our December book is as good.
Yes, or better. Yeah.
Or better. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I hope it's better.
Okay. Well.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Night. Bye-bye.
Bye.